you can now support this channel on Patreon.
西方では友軍が泥をすすって上に苦しんでおりましたが、ここ北方の司令部は随分と恵まれているようでしたので。
This scene where we finally get an idea of how Tanya feels about her comrades in the field. It's one of concern, which isn't something I was expecting to see from her and was pretty cool to be honest. She's really grown and progressed from the first few episodes, where her only concern was to stay as far away from combat as possible and to survive.
つまり今回の攻勢計画は上陸のためのか乱が目的？
どこで耳にした？
は、何がでしょうか？
上陸作戦のことだ。
It's brilliant that she manages to simply deduce from the map and their current strategy that they plan to launch an offensive by boat. That was really an awesome moment, and I just love how well she is adapting to the art of war. But it's also good because it does let us know that her superiors aren't just a bunch of morons there to simply make the main character look better, but instead there are a few brain cells knocking about amongst them as well. An awesome use of CGI here mixed with hand-drawn animation goodness makes for quite an exhilarating scene as we go towards our first big battle of the second half. As expected, we got an awesome battle sequence here demonstrating more CGI goodness with fluid animation mixed in. We also got some awesome voice actors belting out some great lines. Overall, it's not really something I'm used to seeing in an anime. It's very unique for me to be watching an anime that's basically a fantasy version of World War I but with mages. As someone who loves history and warfare, it's been quite a treat to be able to watch this and enjoy a different kind of battle to what you'd normally see in anime nowadays.
神よ、願わくば我にあの悪魔を打ち滅ぼす力を与えたまえ。祖国よ、汝を決して。
This seems to mark quite an important moment in the story in reference to God or Being X. Both of them prayed to God before the final attack, but a man who is normally of faith was denied a victory in favour of someone who doesn't believe in God. This kind of means the anime is pointing us in the direction that Being X may actually be something somewhat evil, since it seemingly only cares for attention from non-believers, and those who do believe are kinda shafted like here. It makes for an interesting topic of conversation as to what Being X actually even is. To be honest, I'm not sure I could ever get bored of seeing this kind of warfare taking place, purely because it's not just simple trench warfare, but instead it's that, mixed with this excellent and unique mage twist. It makes for an insanely vivid and gripping looking battle overall. Now this is some badass motherfucking action. One of the greatest parts of this anime are the battles in my honest opinion, and they're always choreographed beautifully. Oh my word, that little move there was absolutely awesome! This ED contains a much more catchy song than the previous one. It's calm and lovely. The visuals are again really calm in contrast to the first one. It's actually a pretty damn beautiful ED, especially the end of it. Holy balls, this is the start of the huge battle we were told was coming at the end of the previous episode, and thus far it has not disappointed. I love their commitment to decent looking CGI and great battle music with fluid and smooth animation throughout, but on top of this is how spot on they've managed to make the guns and artillery. Like, I'm honestly surprised at how good of a job they've done in that regard. Awesome scene here is nicely setting up the grand final plan for victory for the fatherland, and it's done so with helpful background maps so we know who is who, and also some nice tension building background music to really set the scene and the vibe of the soldiers now feeling restless. Wow, what an awesome moment backed by great CGI usage on the rockets. Never thought I'd end up praising an anime's use of CGI so much, but I guess when it's mostly used for limited purposes, that is kind of easier to praise. A fantastic end to a fantastic episode, one in which sadly conversations took centre stage and thus I wasn't able to win all that much, but from the looks of it the following episodes are going to be mainly battles fought.
本当にいいんですか？いくら情報部で手を回したとはいえ。
Getting a look at yet another massively varied and artistically different environment than anything we've seen before now. Also, this guy's thankfully back, as he's a pretty cool character overall, so I'm pleased that he didn't die in the last episode.
敵援軍を考慮してタイムリミットは10分だ。襲撃後は全速離脱せよ。
Oh shit, this is gonna be good. I love how they work on these build-ups.
こちら丸さん、同じく目標し弾薬庫を破壊しました。
よし、各員全速離脱して。
What a fantastic and beautiful vibe they've just added to this episode. I think going for a planned and secretive mission behind enemy lines was a great choice for the first half of this episode, as it was something new we hadn't experienced before and very different from the usual trench warfare episodes. Yet again, a brilliant view to give us a great understanding of where the front line is and who is moving where. It's also nice to see that they've lightly animated troops in the background as well to further add to the realism. Excellent build-up and foreshadowing of what's about to happen! Holy shit! Holy fucking balls! That was absolutely bloody brilliant. They set it up expertly as well, with the soldier lighting his cigarette at the same time and then that brief pause before the whole thing goes up. Hats off to them for this one. I'm adding 5 wins for that all day long.
第2作戦、敵司令部を強襲しての指揮系統撃滅。第3作戦。
This easy to understand graph makes it incredibly clear what the next stage of the plan is, and I for one can't wait to see what's going to unfold next. Well, if you didn't fully understand every part of their plan before, you most certainly will now with that insanely easy to understand description of the last few episodes' events and what the final purpose was. Oh man, this really does an awesome job of showing the horrors of war, especially meeting a man armed with a flamethrower with an intent to end you. Ugh. Hot diggity, this is going to be great. The way they set this up was masterful. They seem to do a great job of working in suspense and using sound effects and music to build the tension before and then unleashing a big shock like they managed to do twice in this one episode. Whoa, now that's something new. I can't believe this guy is able to actually use the same power as Tanya, and for what purpose we can only wait and find out. Not much to pick out specifically from the battle other than just how awesome it looks. They did a great job animating this sequence. I foolishly didn't think that the battle could get any more beautifully directed or intense and was yet again proven wrong. The way she weaves in and out, taking down enemies as she goes is a work of art as to how smooth it looks. She truly has grown over the past few episodes in terms of character development, as this is not something she would have ever considered doing at the very start. Actually risking her own life, one which she knows she would never be able to come back from again after death to save an ally and a friend, is really telling to the kind of character that she is now. Here I think I'll award the highest amount I've done so far for this anime with 10 big ass wins. They've managed to really impress me with the clever and fluid use of CGI mixed perfectly with hand-drawn animation to create scenes that normally wouldn't be very easy whatsoever to create. It kind of reminds me of something I'd expect to see from a Hollywood movie with how well it's directed. So all in all, I think it's 10 wins well deserved.
参謀本部より匿名です。全部隊へ最優先だと停戦命令です。
This particular subject kind of resonates with me, and I'm sure many of you as well, where you've been in a position to do what you know is right beyond any doubt, but you've been unable to convince those you need to in order to carry it out. The sheer frustration this can cause you is agonising, and they touch really well on this subject here. Okay guys, well there you have it, another series covered. You may well be thinking to yourselves, and of course, rightfully so, hey, where where is episode 12? And the answer to that question is as follows. I literally watched the entire episode and I could not find a single great thing to point out. It was pretty much from start to finish one long conversation followed by another long conversation. All of the talking points were about one subject, and that's the war, and so nothing came up whatsoever that could be winned in my honest opinion. However, I hope you guys enjoyed my wins for the past few episodes. If you did, it would be lovely if you could leave a like and a comment, and whilst you're at it, you might as well tell me what you thought of the anime. You guys can also hit me up on Twitter at TheHonestGamer, and if you're feeling the love and have a few bucks to spare this month, you can pledge over at www.patreon.com/TheHonestGamer and help me keep making videos into the future. If you don't wish to pledge or can't for any reason, but still do wish to help out, then just know that sharing the video on social media is extremely helpful as well, and of course I'll see you in the next Everything Great About video. Thank you to the following patrons: Nathan Burr, Vupu, Leon Lutger, Joaquin Jimenez Villaluenga, Manuel Meza, Josiah May, Loritz, Ikodi, Val Sobel, Joel Rosenfeld, BZX001, David Pickfans, Chris Harris, Daniel Musgrave, Joshua Viker, Xenon, Hunter Layfield, Gajivi Trash, Matthew Farmer, Richard Gray, Kyle Farmer, Theodore Quackens, Kaj Vorzelman, Jordan Samuels, Scott Harris, Veronica Hamilton, Gabby Z, Lullaby Hypno 22, and to all of the other patrons supporting me. Thank you.
Wake up,
Reach the wizard.
wake up,
Reach the wizard.